Hey everybody, it's your girl Claudia Jordan. It's Wednesday. We are back with TGIF, your favorite show. We're here to spill the tea and break down some of the biggest headlines in the news and on social media and have a little fun, throw a little shade, have a little kiki. So sit back, relax, and get ready for this hot tea. Please welcome Al Reynolds. We are color coordinated tonight. Hey, Al.
What's going on, Claudia?
You good? You all right?
I can't see, so if I change glasses, don't y'all say nothing.
Okay. All right. And please welcome Funky Dineva, who did not get the all black everything memo tonight.
I sure did not. What's going on? But I got on my money. I got on my money green. So
What's up? Y'all sipping on anything? Oh, never mind, Q. We don't even know you anymore. Like this is a whole new person.
see, thank you. You should know the old me because I don't live there no more. This is the new me. You're right. Allow me to reintroduce myself. They call me, hey.
They call you a drunk ass on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and then on Wednesdays and Fridays is when you want to be all brand new and restore your cherry.
All that matters when y'all hoes see me, I'm classy based drinking my water. That's all that matters.
That's probably vodka in there.
I'm drinking wine, so hey, there you have it.
I don't drink on the job. I'm professional.
Yeah, I was looking at some highlights from a little darling with a big story. I love her page. Please follow her. I am so impressed with how she takes the initiative to highlight TGIF, and she put a lot of clips together. And I love when Funky tries his classy based bullshit because he is burping, digging in he doing everything you ain't supposed to do, but then he had the nerve to look down on me and Al like he just classy based, religious even.
Girl, is there a hater on the line? Next caller.
I'm sorry. I'm just a straight shooter. I know y'all ain't used to it down in Miami with the scamming capital of the world. But anyways, good to see you fellas tonight.
Likewise. What we got? Let's get this show started, baby.
First of all, like I said, y'all need to be hitting that like button. We have 323 likes, and we will be insulting you every single week until we get the likes we want. And y'all clearly respond to that. So get ready. Okay, let me get into the show. A Missouri teacher was recently caught on camera saying the N-word. Take a look.
Is the word not allowed? Okay, so I'm going to say right now, as a teacher, if you want to keep your job, this isn't a threat. I'm not calling anyone. I understand. I can say the word.
Now, according to Springfield Public School District, the teacher is no longer employed. But get into this tea. The student who filmed the incident received a 3-day suspension for violating their student handbook and inappropriately using an electronic device and recording or publishing image of staff, faculty, or other students. So they don't want to be filmed violating and acting up. This is giving police. What are your thoughts on the story, Q? Let's go to you first. What do you think?
I'm glad that the guy got fired, and this lends itself to a much greater conversation. And I want to quote Ta-Nehisi Coates when he said, white people and their infatuation with using this word, and that, first of all, white people, you're not allowed to use the word point blank, period, right? And he asked the question, why is it that you guys are so hell bent on the word, using the word? And then he answers the question by saying, white people are indoctrinated to believe that they can do whatever they want, go wherever they want, be whatever they want. They're entitled to everything they want. And so then here it is, we come along and we tell them that it's this one word that they're not allowed to use. And they feel so oppressed and want to give so much pushback when they have dominion over everything else in the whole wide world. It's not that hard to just not use this one word. Of all the things that you guys can run the world and do, you're being asked to not do one thing, and that one request feels like oppression to you guys. And he lost his job because of it. Good for him. And you know what? Yeah, the young man shouldn't have got the 3 days off, but if his 3 days suspended got this bastard fired, then I'm a rock with it. He ain't gonna flunk out the school because of them 3 days. It's wrong, but the bigger situation is we got the dude fired.
Like you said, they are not used to being told what to do. And even the absence of authority, a white person will think that they have domain over a black person, and they have been left in charge to kind of, run the show. Al, what do you think about this?
You know what? I'm going to take a different approach, guys. I was very pleased about this story. I was happy to see that there were two students. So, Q, the guy is not the one who video recorded. It was a young lady who video recorded the incident because she thought what the teacher was doing was wrong. I love the fact that there was a white female in that class. I love the fact that there was a white male in that class that spoke into a space that's very taboo, so taboo that the young lady received the maximum amount of suspension for using a phone, because it's usually 1 day. She got 3 because it was race motivated, in my opinion. I just like the fact that what we've been saying as being inappropriate, the young generation is saying, hey, teacher, I don't know who you are, but we can't say that word. And we have a young lady who agrees with this young man who's saying we can't say that word, and she filmed it and she posted it to make sure that that teacher got in trouble, so that they would never be in a situation again where someone has the ability to abuse their authority and use that word when they know they shouldn't. Congratulations and thumbs up to the young lady, Sarah, and congratulations and thumbs up to the young man that spoke back in just defense of people of color and disrespecting us by using the N-word.
These teachers are out of pocket, aren't they? Some of them, like let's use it in the under the guise of a lesson, or let's do a fake auction, a slave auction. Sorry, you guys.
And that is why we'll never be nationally syndicated on Fox or ABC or NBC or CNN, because you got them cats jumping on the screen, and Peter just not gonna have it.
I gently placed him down, and he's a very strong, healthy cat. He'll be fine. Okay.
Throw that cat in a circle. Throw that cat.
He'll probably like it. He's a little freak. All right, y'all. In honor of Mother's Day, Nick Cannon revealed that he wrote handwritten messages for the mothers of his children, but unfortunately, he got the cards mixed up. So the other baby mamas got to see what he said about each the other ones, and they got cards that were not designated for them. Al, what do you think about this mistake?
I mean, Nick Cannon, you got one job to do, brother, and that is on Mother's Day, make sure that the right card go to the right mother. Now, one thing I do know is that the wrong card didn't go to Miss Mariah Carey, because it had the wrong card go to Miss Mariah Carey, and she had to read about how much he loved someone else or how great they are. I think she would have filed for sole custody. But I don't know. I just feel like in this, I just don't like, because I feel in my core being that he's trolling. I feel like he's trolling because he knows that we're going to cover this, and that's why he keeps talking about his mix-up in his fatherhood and being a good father. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's respectful for other fathers who are doing their job. I just don't like him talking in the space about his kids, and also about his irresponsibility in treating the queens that he's created these kids with in this fashion. Sorry.
Q, what say you?
You know, my sentiments kind of echo Al's. I think I am built better suited to deal with regular, everyday people who are attention seekers. It's hard for me to wrap my brain around somebody who is rich, famous, and at any given moment is hosting 3 different TV shows at the same damn time. He's gone from the big story being having all of these kids to now his faux pas in fatherhood. And to Al's point, it's just not cute. What is the point of this? You are already insightful enough to know that we are processing this as you being a half-assed father, and you're getting a kick out of it. Like it's screaming sick and psychotic to me.
Oh, I agree, Q. I agree.
I'd like to give some career advice to Nick Cannon. I know he has way more money than me, but I think I know a thing or two about this space. If you're going to leak and give us these little things every single week, I think it'd be better served in producing and creating a reality show about you and your family. And that way it could be more understandable, and we could just kind of follow your journey. Then you can also balance it out with some of the positive stuff. Instead of us just hearing about you mixing up cards, you forgetting the black baby's name, you know what I mean? Like all that kind of stuff.
You stand at the one that's the most convenient. This father is not attractive for his.
And we're getting just the headlines. And I'm sure if we sat down with Nick Cannon, right, and did a proper interview with him, I'm sure it's more to the story than what we're getting. We're getting little bits and pieces. But if we got a 45-minute show, we could see like, wait, he didn't really forget. His assistant did it. Or, you know what I mean? It would just give it more depth, because I'm listen, Nick Cannon went many, many years of having a clean cut, actually perfect image. And then the last couple of years has been babies, mixing up baby mamas, her coochie stinks, all kinds of stuff. And that's all we're really talking about. You're still a very successful man. I would watch a Nick Cannon family-based show about how you balance all your kids. And I think it would serve you a little bit better.
I agree.
Something to think about, Nick.
I agree.
I agree. And
I can produce it. It could be on FOXSOUL, Nick. I mean,
because he has a personality. We would love him being a dad and showing him juggling. What, he got 12, 11?
I don't know, but this slow leak is not it.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, it seems like the creators of the viral Cuff It Challenge are patiently waiting for Beyonce to send them tickets to her Renaissance tour. Take a look. All right, as you can see, the caption says, us waiting for Renaissance tickets to be sent to us after creating the Cuff It Challenge. What are your thoughts on the sense of entitlement? Al, let's go to you. Are they giving entitles, or is it justified?
Listen, you know, Beyonce is a businesswoman. I think if she really thinks about this, to get that type of coverage as a brand strategist, as someone who's done marketing, to get that type of coverage and success around a song that these two ladies provided for her, she knows that if you hire an advertising agency, that costs millions of dollars. Beyonce, run those two lovely ladies 2 tickets and a VIP experience. You can afford it. You and your billionaire husband have more than enough to take care of everything. I think at minimum, because they were able to make the country endear that song, and we were all dipping and dopping and moving and dancing, run them their 2 tickets. They deserve it. It's not a lot of cost to you.
Q, what do you think? Do you think this opens the floodgates for everyone thinking they're going to get tickets if they do something like this? Or do you think they should get them?
Well, no, the difference is she's using the dance in the tour performance, okay? So y'all, no, she owes them tickets, okay? Right. She owes them tickets. And I've seen some of y'all in the contest because y'all got y'all heads so far up Beyonce ass. Beyonce don't owe them nothing. I saw Beyonce don't owe them nothing. I saw Beyonce didn't ask them to do it. I saw, they are so entitled. Yes, in the grand scheme of life, she doesn't owe them anything, but morally, it is the right thing to do. And yes, I didn't even care for that song that much, but it wasn't until I was dipping and doing in the mirror to do the dance that it kind of caught on. That video, that dance along, you cannot tell me did not help with the virality of that song. More people were interested in the dance than they were the song. That dance made that song travel. And the fact that she's using their choreography in the show, tickets, backstage passes, and 7 minutes of her time in the dressing room is all owed to them.
I agree. I mean, using the choreography, that definitely, I think, if you're going to do that, I think you should definitely reach out. I think that'd be I think the fans would actually really appreciate it. And I think they would go crazy if they saw the people that did that. The only thing I'm hoping, and I will say this, there's one redeeming quality about Beyonce. She is a class act. Maybe the ladies' TikTok is a little premature, all right? Because she over there on that side of the planet yet, and she hasn't made it to the U.S. yet. Maybe somebody is going to reach out to them and provide them with whatever as the time gets closer. I think she will. I mean, she definitely shows look what she's done with recognizing and quotes and audio from our own T.S. Madison. I mean, she sent Roland Ray Ivy Park. I mean, so you know what I'm saying? So I think ladies, hold tight.
Q, okay. Claudia got a tail.
I know. I'm sorry. Six hasn't been on camera, and Six really wants to be on camera. So let me just go and let him get his moment.
That's a grown ass cat.
Look how fast he is.
Cat. Oh!
Yeah, fur all over. Okay, get down. Okay. In Florida news. Oh, wait. We got to talk about Florida news. Florida is Floridaing again. So are we going to do it now? Do you have time?
Mm.
Okay. I'm getting mixed signals. All right. In Florida news, it's been reported that Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill to defund diversity, equity, and inclusion programs at public colleges and universities in Florida. Q, I got to go to you first because that's where you call home. And that's your boy. You went to college with him, didn't you?
No, that's Matt Gaetz.
Matt Gaetz. I'm sorry. I confused the demons. Are you surprised?
I'm surprised and I'm hurt because everybody knows I went to Florida State University where I benefited from a lot of diversity and inclusion programs. And I also want to point out that in the midst of defunding diversity and inclusion programs, he's also signed a bill where he is promoting and pumping funds into universities, pumping up their Asian American studies programs, okay? And he's playing into this whole trope of Asians being the model immigrants or whatever the case may be. And there was one Asian TikToker, I put it on my stories, and she said, you know, my Asian community, please do not allow this man to use us as a pawn in this game by further driving a wedge between our community and the Black community, as, you know, people of this nature have tend to do. They're being used as a pawn. And listen, why is it okay to teach Asian studies and pump and promote that, but then, you know, Black studies, Latino studies, gender studies, so on and so forth, it's wrong to do. Just when I thought the white supremacist behavior just could not get more obvious and more blatant, you know, he surprised me with the whole Asian deal. I mean, it's just so obvious. And I'm like, wow.
As if there wasn't enough tension between the Asian and Black community, but now we see a governor clearly picking favorites, his teacher's pet, to make us like more resentment. He is a fucking asshole. I cannot stand what he's doing in Florida. Al, what do you think about this? This move by Ron DeSantis.
Your question is, am I surprised? Nope, I'm not surprised. And let me tell you, I'm not, what did Q say, hurt? I'm pissed. The state of Florida, what the fuck is going on? Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, we got the disclaimer on
what the fuck is going on? This is not by happenstance. This is a governor who's in his second term that's running for president. Let's be very clear of what this bill does, everybody. This bill restricts equal access to educational opportunities, period. And let me tell you who it restricts it to. It restricts it to women. Where are all the women and why are you not outraged? It restricts it to Blacks, Hispanics, Asians as well, because they are considered in the diversity loop, as well as students with disabilities. Where is the outrage? Not only where is the outrage in the state, but where is the outrage because he's also holding federal funds hostage? Where's the outrage from the president's office? And I need for them to speak on this immediately. He's setting a precedence as we roll into an election season. And if this state gets away with it, the other states are going to follow suit. Not only should we be outraged, but we should be very upset, and we should all want to create a campaign to get to the polls to make sure that the DEI in our states are not violated the way he has single-handedly done it in the state of Florida. I'm disgusted and I'm pissed. And if anybody of my earshot's not equally disgusted and pissed that's in that protected class, then you too need to examine whose side you're really on, a white supremacist or the rest of America.
Great points, Al. And I'm going to need the Democratic Party to stop acting like Florida is a lost cause and dump some money into the messaging, because Democrats have always, maybe the heart's in the right place, but the messaging has been trashed. Y'all should be exploiting this. If you really message it right, all the groups that Al just named, that's way more than the white supremacists in that state. And the Latinos that are all getting kicked out. The people that work in agriculture and construction, he just passed a law, I think it starts July 1st. They got to get the hell out. It's a felony if you hire or you have undocumented workers. They all have relatives that voted for this clown that thought they were exempt and better than the undocumented workers. He's attacking basically everybody except 20 to 35% of those people. Right. And y'all need to all posse up and get this bastard up out of your state.
And I forgot about the LGBTQ plus community and trans. Where is the outrage? You're going to be outraged about Chris, what's his name, that did that special, the comedian. You're going to be outraged about that. You're going to cause a picket and all of that, but you're going to let this future possible president do this in the state of Florida? Hell to the no.
All right, I'm sure we'll be reporting more on that, because we are definitely going to go at his neck until he gets voted out. We are not Team DeSatan. Coming up next, Gabrielle Union's take on 50-50 relationships. And later, a New York Karen attempts to steal a bike from a Black man. Find out all about it when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to TGIF. Now, we're not going to read you right now. We ain't going to hold you right now, but I do want to point out something. So I'm going to give y'all another segment to get it together. We have 4,500 people watching right now and a 1.1 likes, 1,100 likes. So y'all don't really like us. That's
the girls ain't acting right, Claudia.
Funky. They're not only 25% of the girls are acting right. That is not a good number. So we only 1 in 4 y'all are rocking with us.
Let us see who rocking with us tonight. The girls who ain't got no car got to take Uber to work all the time. Tap in. Tap in. If you drive a Nissan Altima, I need you to tap in because you know what? If Spirit Airlines is your favorite airlines, we need you to tap in. I'm gonna go light on y'all in the beginning. We're gonna see what they do in a few minutes, Claudia. We're gonna come back.
Okay, we're gonna come back to this, but I just want to give them a little bit of an opportunity to get it together because I have faith in them.
Before we have to go in on the girls.
Yeah, and if sometimes I'm gonna let Al, we're gonna have something from you too. All right, like Gabrielle. Huh? What'd you say?
You got this. You got this.
Gabrielle Union appeared on Bloomberg and revealed that she still struggles with her feeling insecure in her wealth as an actress. Union also mentioned that she and Dwayne Wade split the bills 50-50 within their households. What are your thoughts on this? Let's go to you first, Al.
Oh, Lord. You know I like the Wades, y'all, but I did not like this conversation. I did not like this conversation. I'm sorry. I did not like this conversation. I need to know what was her definition of 50-50, right? Like 50-50 on all bills across the board. So all liabilities, all their homes, all their traveling, their private planes, everything they do 50-50 on. Because we know that Dwayne Wade's net worth is 4 times greater than hers. So what was she implying? Did I misinterpret something that she was implying? Because that just makes me feel like she was throwing a man under the bus, but then again, it wasn't really the conversation. I just feel some kind of way. We know that Gabrielle did not come from poverty. Let's be very clear. Both of her parents were managers at AT&T, and her dad was a very decorated retired serviceman. So she didn't come from poverty. I know that she believes in holding her own, but I just didn't like how this made me feel about Dwayne Wade.
Q, what do you think about this story?
Al, I don't think this should reflect on Dwayne Wade at all. This does not scream to me that this is Dwayne's doing. To your point, he has 4 times the wealth. He could easily, with no problem, carry the household. We must point out, and y'all must remember, that Gabrielle Union and her relationship is not your teacher's aide relationship with your garbage man husband relationship, all right? She also put in her book that in her last relationship, she paid all the bills, which she felt gave her license to cheat on her ex-husband. So maybe she's of the school of thought that if the person pays all the bills and does everything, they have the right to run over you in the relationship, and she just wants to circumvent that. I think Gabrielle's paying is a power play on her part because, face it, no matter how you slice it and dice it, when somebody is paying all the bills, it creates a situation where that person feels like they have a little bit of power over you. And maybe to do away with the power dynamic, she said, look, I'm going to meet you 50-50. So when we get into an argument, you ain't going to talk that big shit to me.
Okay.
All I know is if you had a side baby on me, I have leverage in this relationship, especially if you wanted me back and they got married after that. I commend her for wanting to carry her own weight because no one can change the locks on her. No one can kick her out and all that, although she's the wife, so we can't anyways. Right. But I have mixed feelings about it because I'm of the school of, I like a little 50-50, but I heard it's 4 to 5 times more as her wealth, right? I don't know. Like, I would think he'd want to do that though.
I'm going to tell y'all what y'all need to start doing when y'all getting married because I'm so fucking tired of these who pays the bill situation, all this shit. If you put all the money in one goddamn pot, then we're paying the bills, right?
Well, this is how it should work, Q. It should, like, say, for instance, Q, you and I were together. And you made $1 million and I made $500,000. And we put our what we bring in monthly. You're bringing in $100,000. I'm bringing in $50,000 a month. You're supposed to pay according to what you bring in if you're doing 50-50. So that's why I asked, is that what she means 50-50? Because if you make considerably more money than me, I'm still putting in according to what I bring to the table.
So you're having a conversation of equal versus equitable. Equal versus equitable. I get
but
it.
This is the thing. We know how savvy that woman is when it comes to the media, and we know she knows what nuggets to drop and how to drop them to get coverage. And here we are talking about it because here we are questioning what she meant. She could have clearly made it clear what it meant, but I think this is good old Gabrielle with some good old, like, this is how you get coverage, guys. This is how I stay relevant, and this is how I pay my bills.
I will say this is like I will give her props on this. I think this is like the lower hanging fruit of the point she was trying to make, because I do understand what she was saying about having insecurities about working. Because I remember a long time ago, I was dating someone who was a millionaire, and he was very much in love with me. And I felt like I didn't feel my value. I felt like I wanted to be more of a partner to him. I didn't want to feel like I was being taken care of. And I felt like I would be more meaningful in the relationship and more important to the relationship if I stepped my game up. You know what I'm saying? I know, it just made me feel better. Like,
what's she talking about over there?
I'm saying, I don't think I would want to be in a relationship where the one person has all the money and I'm just getting all the bills taken care of. I think you have less equity in the relationship. And I do think she has a point about the rules, because how many times have we heard about men that are rich or whoever got the money kind of flexing on the less rich or wealthy, partner. And I would never want to be in that position.
You're beautiful, Claudia. You are a Black queen. You deserve to be taken care of. I love that guy who was on Instagram who said, listen, you're my queen. I have a responsibility to take care of you. If I want you as my queen, I want you as my wife, I take on that responsibility to make sure you're good at every juncture of your life. So I don't want you to worry about paying a bill. If I got it, it's yours. That's how I feel. And so sometimes, on the other side of that, when you're being manipulated, that's a different story. I understand. But you are a queen. You deserve to be taken care of, and you shouldn't feel guilty because you have that quality of a queen and you have the ability to attract a man to take care of you.
I hear you, and that's what those good old 70s and 80s babies might feel like. But these new 90s, 2000s, these new Negroes, they are feeling like they are the queen to be courted, and they're like, "What you gonna do for me? What you gonna put on?"
That's exactly how the hell I feel. Okay,
see,
really. Q, you don't want to take care of somebody that you love. If you
bitch, hell no. Really? No. I'm looking for somebody to step into my life and alleviate all these bills. Okay, I don't want to lean in. I want to lie down. Okay.
And the person that I was dating that was the millionaire proposed to me, gave me a big ass ring. It was like a 5-carat, beautiful cushion cut ring, and he's out there fucking with strippers and prostitutes. So he probably felt that he could, and I kept the ring and said no. Punch him in his face. Anyways, Martha Stewart made history as the oldest model to grace the cover of Sports Illustrated. She was, she was kind of giving it to the girls. Q, what you think? Was this shoot giving? Was it a fail or was it a win? I thought she looked good.
Oh, let me tell y'all something. Martha came through. At first, I was looking for a little bit of critique, something to say, because, bitches always got to say something. And originally, I was going to be like, Martha could have picked them titties up a little bit. But then when I found out Mama was 81, I said, yes, God, honey. And what I like about it is, number one, Martha let it be known she has not touched her face. And I like the message that it sends to women and men in their golden years, that yes, I can still be a foxy lady. I could still be hot. I can still be sexy and revealing without being trashy. Yes, God, Martha, and yes, God, for redefining like what it means to age with grace.
Yep, I hear you. Al, what do you think? Was this sexy? Would you date Martha Stewart? Would you marry her?
I would date Martha Stewart. Yeah,
would you marry her?
She's about the same age of Cher,
your
right?
ex-wife.
Would you
know what? Don't go
that
route. Don't go that route.
Al, TV wife number 2, Martha Stewart.
I would definitely date Martha Stewart. I think she would be
married.
Anybody that can, I would marry her if I felt it. Anybody that can hang with Snoop Dogg and be as cool as Martha Stewart is and all that they do, I could rock with that. But let me give you guys a fun fact. Martha Stewart her private banker, remember when she went to prison for 5 months? Her private banker's name was Peter, and he was my colleague at Merrill Lynch. We all worked at Merrill Lynch together, and we all managed, obviously celebrities because we were part of the sports and entertainment industry. So my colleague Peter was the one that got her caught up in that insider trading deal, which sent her to prison for 5 months.
You don't spray Peter all across this thing. Peter asked for his name to be all in
It's all on the net. It's all on the net.
So Al, that was your friend?
He was a colleague, I said. We worked together at the same firm. We both managed high-profile individuals. So I'm just saying. Okay, let's.
So Q, when I was asking Al if he would marry Martha Stewart, you had a little Cheshire cat look on you. You had the little grin. So what was you thinking just now? We haven't been messy in a while. So what was you just thinking?
They really try to be messy tonight.
I was thinking, Martha, you had to hide your damn pocketbook.
See Al with Martha Stewart.
Hell yeah.
I can see Al with any older woman with money who got self-esteem issues who want to look at my thing.
What the hell?
Why are you bullshitting any man or woman while we at it?
Right.
Look,
Right.
I was going to say, because I tell you, if somebody was a billionaire and wanted to spend money on me, I would not be like Claudia and be like, oh, this don't feel right. What?
Yeah, because you guys are prostitutes and I'm not.
I didn't say that.
Not me, bro.
Anyways, but you good though. Okay. Speaking of photo shoots, Ye's wife, Bianca Censori, was spotted modeling Yeezy's new fashion line. This shit looks so dumb. Are we here for it? I'm sorry.
I'll go first. She looks a mess. She looked a mess in the paparazzi shots. She looks crazy. He's trolling. This is ridiculous. Kanye West, cut it out. You're better than this. This is my only question. Kanye, why is it that you can't marry a woman or date a woman in the last 5 years that looks like your mother? And we loved your mother. We loved your mother. We loved her like you loved her. But why can't you marry a woman that looks like your mother? That's my question of the hour for Kanye West.
And the only comment I got before we go to break, Claudia, is Al, I disagree. Let that craziness stay over there in the white community, okay? Do not wish that on the sisters. Let that mental illness stay right on over there with Pat mayonnaise.
I just find it weird that you marry someone, right? And then you have her looking like so trashy. You know what I mean? Like, it seemed like this is his little mode. Like this is like his MO, and like, he a lot of people say he ups Kim's wardrobe, but some of the stuff that was kind of slutty as well. And this right here, it looks like he just put some tape on her, some black electrical tape, and called it a line. It looks awful. And Kanye, I thought you'd be better than this, but
listen, I keep saying this over and over and over. Why can't he be
be with a black woman? A black woman probably don't want to be with him.
Really?
He don't want to.
He be walking in a pose. He be wearing like crazy ass Mario Brothers boots. Like he's weird right now. He's mad weird right now. You hugging Trump from the back.
Listen, we'll dive into that over the commercial. How about that?
All right, quick break. Well, coming up next, a New York Karen tries to steal a city bike from a black man and later find out why Lil Wayne canceled his concert. We'll see you after the break. Ooh, look at his face. Welcome back to TGIF. We got 1.9 likes in the chat right now. So y'all get we might not have to go in on the girls tonight because they know 2,000 is the magic number. So we're gonna let it ride. We're gonna let it ride another little segment real quick. Hey, speaking of magic, I want to just let everybody know after TGIF, you got an hour break. And I'm going to be on ABC network television tonight. They did a 4-part documentary on the history of game shows. So I sat down with them and I spoke about my extensive experience. So it was on ABC tonight at 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 7 p.m. on the West Coast. And then it plays again later on Hulu. So please support. It's on ABC, y'all. All right, y'all. Hey, there's nothing worse than going to a doctor's appointment and expecting to be the center of attention. And then your doctor seems like they have better things to do and better places to be. That is not cool. So instead of listening to you intently, asking you how you feel and helping you along, the doctor was checking the clock. On Zoc Doc, you'll find quality doctors who focus on you, listen to you, and prioritize your care. Zoc Doc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. When you're not feeling your best, and just trying to hold it together, finding a great care shouldn't take up all your energy. That's where Zoc Doc comes in. Now, using their free app that millions of users rely on, you can find the right doctor that meets your needs and fits your schedule. Go ahead and book an appointment with a few taps in their app and start feeling better faster with Zoc Doc. Go to ZocDoc.com/T and download the Zoc Doc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's spelled ZocDoc.com/T. That's ZocDoc.com/T. Fellas, Q, I know you always getting IVs and, you trying to get your health together. How do you feel about this app?
I feel like the app is great, especially in the area of mental health, right? So, a lot of you guys that are apprehensive about therapy, so on and so forth, I definitely think an app like this would, help you ease some of your anxiety about getting into therapy and can help you find the right doctor to help y'all with y'all minds. Because some of y'all soulmates, y'all minds is bad, and y'all need Zoc Doc, Shot Doc, and every other doc out there. So check out Zoc Doc and get all your help and mental health needs.
And Al, you're new to LA, so I'm sure you had to find new doctors and all that. So what do you think about Zoc Doc?
Absolutely, Claudia. I think this is the optimum app to kind of use. And I am really, the first thing I have to do, obviously, is get insurance in the state of California. But after that, you're absolutely right. I definitely will be using Zoc Doc. And anybody else that's relocating or moving and need to find a doctor and are concerned, Zoc Doc is what you need to lean on.
In the chat, we have TV said, what's the app? I missed it. That's Zoc Doc, and it makes life very convenient and very easy to get you the care you need and connect you with the doctor that you need. Promotional consideration furnished by Zoc Doc. Let's get back to the show. All right, y'all. A New York Karen is currently on leave from her place of employment after she was caught on camera attempting to steal a city bike that was already paid for by a Black man. It was so raggedy. Check this out.
No, record him.
Help me! Please help me!
It's not your bike.
Please help me!
It's not your bike. It's not your bike.
Please help me! Help! Please get off me!
Oh my God, it's giving Rosewood 2023 once again. I'm so tired. Al, what do you think about this, Karen, and the fact that the brother paid for the bike and she tried to cause a scene and act like he was, she was the victim once again? What are your thoughts and what's your insight?
Listen, I guess I'm just going off on everybody tonight. I can't stand the fact that this white woman weaponized her privilege, and this is what has gotten Black men, trouble and jeopardized their lives for years. Bellevue, let me tell you something. You better do the right thing. You better take her off suspension and you better fire her. And let's be very clear about who she is. This is a very educated woman that went to Brigham Young University undergrad, who we already know is a tad bit racist. Remember what happened to that Black volleyball player? And then got her PA. She's a physician assistant, so she's the next level down to a physician. I've been noticing online you've been calling her a nurse or CNA. No, she is equal to that of a physician. And can you only imagine if this is how she treats people of color outside her job? How do you think she treats people of color inside her job when it comes to equality and equity in their services that they need as men or Black women of color? This is a hate crime. Ben Crump needs to sue her ass, and she needs to be put on a Karen registry. Period, and end of story.
Al, you need some sex.
I know.
I love
Al
it.
is like backed up.
I'm done. I'm just
Al is backed up.
I'm just done with the stupidity. Like, this is not fair. It's not right. It's a hate crime at its best. And I'm serious. Listen, if she's going to treat somebody like that on the streets, can you imagine how she's listening to your issues that you're having with your body in the hospital? She's not. She's judgmental and she's discriminatory. That woman needs to be fired and sent to jail.
I love when Al's backed up and needs a bust one, because look at him just getting all
Y'all don't agree?
No, we do, but it's just fun to watch her demeanor. It's amazing.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
So listen, she totally needs to be fired. I'm going to take this another place. This was a white woman who was fully operating in her privilege, right? And I hate when we have the conversations about white privilege, certain white people try to act so oblivious and so obtuse, like they don't understand what the word means, or like it means that they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. No, you know full and well what white privilege means, and that's what she was operating in. And you know what? It's a teachable moment and a social experiment for white men and the general society as a whole, because look at, in the midst of her fake whatever, the white man came and ran in, and even though to the best of his ability, he tried to diffuse the situation, she was still treated as the victim when she was the aggressor. The Black gentleman was the victim. The inherent bias was all over the screen as to who was wrong in this situation. And he tells the Black young man, how about you just reset the bike? No, how about right is right and wrong is wrong, and you tell this crazy unhinged bitch to get out the way. And again, going back to feeling like they can have whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, there was a whole nother bike next to her ass that was available. A whole nother bike. But she had her eyes set on that one. And because she wanted that one, she deserved to have it in that moment, even if it came down to somebody beating up this boy or potentially arresting him with the fake crying. She didn't use the N-word or anything like that. And depending who is in the HR department, they may try to play the whole it wasn't racial thing, but she should still be fired on the basis of being unhinged and mentally unstable. Because if it's not racist, the bitch is definitely mentally unstable.
Claudia,
America,
come on now. Speak on the fake crying. Come on.
I am. America, when are we going to stop taking these fake tears seriously? How many people have to die, be arrested, wrongfully convicted, lose their jobs, lose opportunities because at the feet of some white tears? Now, there are some legitimate reasons why a white woman, of course, they're not all fake tears, but we obviously see that this is on camera in front of people, and she was not embarrassed to do this and do this piss poor acting job. And still people coming to her aid like she's the victim. I'm sorry, we have seen too many cases of people dropping these white women with their fake tears and people coming to the rescue only to find out later on that they were full of shit. So how many times does that have to happen? It makes me so sad, and actually hurts my heart to think how many Black men and women have lost opportunities, been arrested, been murdered, been killed, been victimized, had their lives ruined because someone wanted to do this play. It's getting old. And at this point, we should be a little bit more aware that this shit happens and be like, hold up, let me just, before I rush to her defense, this fake ass damsel in distress bullshit y'all be doing. It's unbelievable.
But you know what I want to see, Claudia, to be honest, because I'm all about progressive politics. I want to see the commentary and the outrage from white women. The white women that are tired of being called Karens, the white women that are tired of being blanketed with this Emmett Till weaponized tears thing. I want to see them speak up and say, you know what, you make us look bad. We live in a very racially tense situation where things are getting more divided amongst the races, and you make us look bad. We're not all like that. I want to hear those women speak up.
But why would they, Q? Why would they? Why would I trade in my white privilege as a female against Black males for equality as it relates to this situation? No.
I'm going to say why. White women, especially white Republican women, and it's not just y'all, because a lot of you Democratic women are like this too. Y'all have been failing us and fucking up the country. The way you're allowing your white Republican men push this abortion bullshit that affects your daughters and you, and they're showing you they don't care, they don't take rape seriously. Oh, yes. Y'all are next. You think you're being comfortably protected in that white privilege? Y'all are next. Mark my words. So you better come on over to the right side and get it together and hold your sisters, your white sisters accountable, because you're next. You're not all that protected. You see how your men are acting. All right, y'all, coming up next, Lil Wayne has a hissy fit during his performance in LA. And later, President Biden has another cringe moment at Howard's graduation. Keep it locked. Welcome back to more TGIF Soulmates. I'm happy to report we got up to 2.1 thousand likes, so we don't have to read y'all too much more tonight.
The big bike girls didn't want to be attacked tonight. They didn't want to be attacked.
Yo, I go back and read the comments. I went back in the comments and was reading them, and there was people that's like, I'm one of the big back girls. I love it. Our soulmates have a great sense of humor. All right, Lil Wayne canceled his concert during the middle of his performance in Los Angeles because of the lack of support from the audience. Lil Wayne said, "We appreciate it, but we ain't about to be bending over backwards for these folks. We worked too hard for this shit. We worked too hard." Do y'all think Lil Wayne should give the attendees a refund for his half-ass performance? Q, what you think?
He absolutely should, and you should bend over backwards. Let me tell you something. I'm one of those people. I don't go to concerts with artists that I don't know. Lil Wayne, I get that you're excited, that you believe in these people's talents or whatever the case may be, but you put your new signees in front of this crowd and expected them to go up for them the way they go up for you. Simply put, they don't know the music. I don't know what I'm bopping to, what I'm clapping to. I can't sing along. So rightfully so, they're going to be kind of like chilling, waiting on the person they paid to come on stage. Lil Wayne was wrong. It was unprofessional. And he cheated the audience and those boys, because there was an artist development moment in that piece that would have taught those young men, all right, these people don't know my music, but let me perform on this stage so goddamn good that they'll still get into the vibe of it all. So it was a missed opportunity for them, and he robbed the fans.
I agree. And I think he did himself and them a disservice for their next show. Because now, do we want to go now? Now we really don't want to go.
Nope, especially if they're on the ticket. Nope.
All right, y'all. Coming up next, President Biden's cringe moment at Howard University. Al, I want to hear your thoughts on this. We'll be right back. Welcome back to TGIF. We are at 2.2 likes. Hey, I just want to throw one thing. I'm not going to insult y'all. If you would like to see TGIF 3 times a week, hit that like button. How about that? Let's see what that.
5 days a week.
I say 5, honey. If you want to see it 5 days a week.
Hit that like button. We'll push the queens right on out the way now. Come on.
No, let's not do that. But let's not be greedy. Let's just see what they do with that. Okay. Can't tell y'all. Okay. Anyways, President Biden had a cringe moment during his speech at Howard University's commencement while identifying white supremacy as the most dangerous terroristic threat to America. President Biden added, "And I'm not just saying that because I'm at a Black HBCU. I say it wherever I go." The cringe part was the extra added Black in HBCU. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, I'm going to clearly tell you what my thoughts on it. We need to stop and learn to focus on what is most important. We should not care what he said about Black in front of HBCU. The most important thing here is that the United States of America, off the heels of Donald Trump, who's a white supremacist, is basically declaring war on white supremacy. He said in his speech that he's declaring war on white supremacy. Why would you ever care what else he said in that speech? Whether he said Black HBCUs or not, he should be applauded and not mocked, because this is the first president has ever gone to the mat, including President Obama, saying that there is a fight between Americans right now, American democracy and white supremacy. Applaud that man and get on the same team with him, because that is our biggest enemy at this point in life and time.
You better say it, Reverend Al. Claudia, I ain't got nothing to say, but we had this trans story, girl. If production could get that trans story in this prompter, Claudia, we got to spend some time on that trans story, honey, because that was the tea.
Well, until they get that together, I know enough about it. So there's a sorority that they allowed a trans woman
to
live in the house. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Q. Thank you, producer Q. University of Wyoming sorority sisters of the Kappa Gamma House are slamming a decision that will allow their transgender sorority sister to live in their house. According to the lawsuit, the sorority members claim they are living in constant fear and accuse their transgender sister of looking at them for hours and getting physically aroused around them. What are your thoughts on the story, Q?
And we all got to keep it short. Here's what I think. I think one of two things. I think that this is either a plant by the crazy people that got a hard on for the trans people, or this is one of those sick people that people were worried about that would use the whole trans thing as a reason to enter into women's spaces. I have been around trans women. T.S. Madison is one of my best of friends. And when you are around a true trans woman, you feel the essence of the woman. They don't make other women feel unsafe. They almost make them, they make them feel like they're one of them. I'm a gay boy. All right. And my girlfriends get undressed around me and let me in their female spaces because they feel safe. But if they're saying that this is supposed to be a trans person, they don't feel safe, this person is making them feel unsafe. And for that, I don't think this is a real trans person. I think it's a plant or a crazy person.
Okay,
I agree because some of the women said that I'm sorry, Al, real quick. Some of the women said that they seen erections on this person. So are you really trans or are you just like pretending? Al, what do you think?
Listen, I think it has nothing to do with the individual that's trans. That young man is trans. That young man, remember everybody, this is a sorority process. There are a couple of things here. There are 44 women that live in that house. Okay, only 7 complained. This is an agenda play, just like you said, Q. That is definitely a trans young woman. And they're making up these stories because, listen, Wyoming we talked about this, Claudia. Wyoming is a very conservative, is a very liberal state when it comes to trans rights. They adopted gay same sex before any other state in the union. In addition to that, recently, there has been an agenda play where they moved to stop transgender rights in the state of Wyoming, and these women are in support of that, and they are using them to push the agenda forward. Because let me tell you something, if 44 women felt that their rights were compromised and that they didn't feel safe, 44 women would have come forward, not just 7. Let's be very clear. And also let's be very clear that this trans woman does not live in the house. The trans woman only visits the house.
But I think they want to stop her from moving in. I'm a school of thought that if one woman is offended, I think that her rights should be considered as well. I think we're going to get deeper into the story at another time because we're going to get more information on it. I want to thank my co-host, Funky Dineva, Al Reynolds. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. Stay tuned for Black Waterhouse Movies. Catch it on our YouTube channel and website. We'll see you on Friday. And watch ABC tonight, The History of Game Shows. I'll be on. Support and bye, soulmates. Bye, Q. Bye, Al.
Bye, soulmates.
Have a good night.